One of the more notable features of the Defiant 1 electric skateboard is the telemetry screen located above the front truck at the nose of the board. Likely the most important information displayed is the battery charge level indicator located at the bottom of the screen. This indicator will move from green on the left through yellow and into red on the right. Once all the colored blocks are empty, the battery is near empty and the board will shut down soon. This is where it displays either the remaining miles or kilometers you have left. This is only an estimate, however, it may not be accurate until you've ridden a while. This number will automatically turn into the speedometer when the throttle is pressed. Down here we have the current real-time battery voltage. Here we have a power consumption per mile or kilometer readout so you can gauge what your speed is doing to your battery level. Here's the trip meter in miles or kilometers. And finally, here's the temperature of the MOSFETs in the motor controller so you can see how hot your ESC is. On the next three screens we have even more detailed information. On this screen we have accumulated data over the lifetime of the board. Here we have average speed, total distance traveled, watt hours out, amp hours out, and total uptime in hours. Over here we have the maximum speed, watt hours per mile, kilowatt hours in, amp hours in, and total riding hours. On the session screen we have similar information but only within the scope of the current session. A session ends and starts when you reset it in settings. You can also reset the lifetime data. We'll cover that in a moment. Top left we have average speed for this session, total distance for this session, watt hours out with the total watt hours out on the left and individual motors on the right, amp hours out with total on the left and individual on the right with the uptime in minutes below that, maximum speed for this session, watt hours per mile, watt hours in from regen, amp hours in from regen, and total ride time in minutes. Next is the overview screen, which displays even more session data. Up here we have the current battery voltage, total distance traveled for this session, max motor amps, maximum battery amps, the MOSFET temperature in the motor controller, the average speed, remaining range, the minimum motor amps from regen braking, the minimum battery amps from regen braking, and the current motor temperature. And next we come back to the home screen. It is also helpful to know where the settings for this screen are in case you swap out your wheels or prefer metric displays. To get to the settings menu, simply press the center button at the top of the screen. From here you can easily reset your session, view your part's lifespan data, or make changes to your drive setup. For example, if you swap wheels out for 105mm wheels or 110mm wheels, you're going to want to set your wheel height correctly or your speedometer will be off, as well as your trip meters and possibly other data. You can also change the units used to display from imperial to metric and Fahrenheit to Celsius. You can even connect to Wi-Fi and do backups and firmware updates, as well as restart the unit. Obviously this unit deserves exploring more deeply, so hopefully we can do that in a later video, but this should get you going for now. Enjoy your ride!